choosing balance out of all the design principles, I was swayed by the fact that it started with a B. And I could have chosen symmetry, which would be puss, or technology, oops, which would have been hut. But hub seemed like a more apt, more apt example. There you go. More apt choice. So at least it's an actual word, right? Unlike puss. So and balance is a perfectly fine word to define the design challenge here for human rights cities, which is to avoid capture and to engage with a broad range of constituents in a balanced and open way to achieve balance between competing human rights interests. And this, of course, gets into the nitty-gritty issues of human rights implementation on the ground, which many of you have grappled with. Some cities have used created human rights commissions as mechanisms to achieve this balance. Vienna, Austria, for example, Eugene, Oregon. We heard from Tim Newbeck, well, actually we didn't hear, but I heard from Tim Newbeck in the past, that the city of Eugene adopted a formula, the triple bottom line, to assess city policies, which incorporates a human rights assessment into decision making. The proposed human rights resolution in New York City, which never was approved, but would have adopted a town hall forum type mechanism, along with other benchmarks for the city council. In our book, Global Urban Justice, Benoit Freight writes that Montreal has established an ombudsperson to address human rights issues, and this is a mechanism promoted by the UN's report on local administration, as well as something that's been used throughout the European Union. The design challenge balance also refers to the necessary balance between civil society and government. In some cities, such as Washington, D.C., and here in Boston, for example, the human rights city implementation has thus far been almost all on civil society, all on the civil society side, with you all preparing your report card and then delivering it and say thank you very much, and the Boston folks coming up with ideas and then not really getting much buy-in from the city. So there's been little government leadership or engagement. The government has been purely reactive, if even that. But as we can see, a human rights city that reflects a balance of responsibilities and inputs, perhaps Barcelona, where the city itself has provided significant leadership, or Utrecht in the Netherlands, I mentioned earlier, where the mayor has worked closely with civil society, perhaps they can be more successful and productive in a wider range of areas. Co-design is a label that's often used to describe deep collaborations between stakeholders, and it may be an effective model for the collaboration needed to form and strengthen a human rights city. And I know that model has been one that's been used in developing the Human Rights City platform in Sweden, a process that Anna Lindström here from Stockholm has been heading. Particularly in terms of extending deep and ongoing human rights education to local government workers and local residents, this sort of balanced collaborative approach is critical. Balance may also refer to the actual space within the city and the human right to the city, which demands a balance in terms of access and usage. For example, might cities be physically designed to promote human rights by facilitating and encouraging inclusion? People may have read, years ago, Cass Sunstein's book, Nudge, right? And we see that in our lives now, the way in which we're being nudged to do different things. We might think about nudges, human rights nudges that we could conceive of. And in fact, Detroit, Michigan has already been designated by UNESCO as its first in the United States city of design. UNESCO says aims to foster international cooperation with and between cities committed to investing in creativity as a driver for sustainable urban development, social inclusion, and cultural vibrancy. Perhaps this type of designation provides an important opening for bringing together design